Percat comes up 13 spots to 9th. What's Di Pasquale got for us? He's coming across the strike and he goes to 2nd, up 6 spots with a 15.8.
We've got just on 1 minute remaining in the session now. Percat's time ended up only being in the low 16s then, which he won't be happy with, so we'll see whether it gets better on the second lap. 15.4 for McLaughlin, 15.4 for Coulthard, so the track might be a little slower day on day. Remember, the wind direction has changed. The temperature is down on last week. Courtney jumps up into 4th, Cam Waters to 3rd. So at the moment, the order is McLaughlin, Coulthard, Waters, Courtney. Winterbottom is the first, Holden in 5th. 30 seconds just inside it. Reynolds now jumps up to 10th. He made good ground yesterday from last on the grid. Heimgartner now position number 8.
Rick Kelly, good job. Wickup, yeah, so he's up to 4th, comes up 9 spots. Rick Kelly up to 7th, so he's actually faster than his young Kiwi teammate, Heimgartner. Nice job, Rick Kelly. Scotty Pye up 13 spots to 10th. So pretty energised finish there, and very little. In the top half second, there is 15 cars within half a second.
Nick Percat did a better job on that second flying lap that I was suggesting, so he just moved up into 7th, so it took a while for those tyres to kick in. Now Van Gisbergen's down the order here as well at the moment. He's down in 14th position, so it's something of a reversal. Whincup 4th, Van Gisbergen 14th, a reversal from yesterday's form. We pick up with Shane. Is there going to be anything left in this lap? 23.6 for him in the first sector is about a 10th and a bit slower than McLaughlin.
And he's over and out.
He's done.
So I don't know what he said there. He was obviously not happy with the car, but he's 14th in that first sector. You could see the amount of oversteer, but he had massive understeer also at turn 6. A lot of the guys, as you pointed out, have done a second lap and gone faster. So Hazelwood's just done the same. He's come up 8 positions into 11th.
So the number's not quite what we saw yesterday. There'll be some track condition involved in all of that. Here's the lineup, and to Mark's point, 0.3 of a second covers the top 10 cars. A couple of interesting ones in there. Mark Winterbottom, nice job. James Courtney, nice job. Nick Percat on the second flying lap. The first one was only a low 16, so that was a big chunk that he gained. He did a 15.7 to be able to sneak it up into 8th position. Hazelwood, Pye, Heimgartner, LeBrock. There's Shane in 15th. David Reynolds, last in the field yesterday, 16th in today's first of these races. Now we've got a very brief pause, and then we do it all again for another Armour All qualifying, and that'll determine the starting order for our second sprint race coming up in the coverage.
So what'll be interesting, there you go. McLaughlin's doing a second lap. He's done the fastest first sector on the second lap at 23.44.
We saw an indication of that earlier on in the previous session, that second laps were giving drivers a yield. Tyres were coming in on the way. Now Courtney has moved up into 2nd spot. McLaughlin's flying out there at the moment. We pick up with him.
Yeah, this is going to be a better lap.
Car's very stable in the midsection through 8 and 9.
Nice gear change to get it out of the right-hander.
Now he's done a 24 neat in the midsection. That equals what Van Gisbergen did, who's been the fastest in the mid-sector of anybody so far. This is going to move McLaughlin up, but is it far enough up to be able to reclaim an Armour All pole? He's in an arm wrestle now with Jamie Whincup. Whincup's done a 15.5. What does this do for McLaughlin?
Yes.
It's a 15.3. Provisional pole for McLaughlin to keep that championship battle alive for him.
We haven't seen that all year. The second lap has given him a number that's better than the opening lap on a green tyre. It's an absolute yield for McLaughlin. Cam Waters has also come up to 2nd, but don't discount Van Gisbergen because he did an 80% lap and he hasn't done a proper lap yet. So remember, he was going to be on pole if he stayed on the road. If he stayed on the island earlier on, Van Gisbergen was the man to beat. He's just starting his lap now. So he's got the lap to go.
So that was critical that Waters jumped up.
Has he missed it? He's missed it.
Did he miss getting the lap started? I think he might have actually seen the checkered flag.
He's missed it, Neil.
So Waters jumping up at the last moment displaces Whincup to the 2nd row of the grid, and Van Gisbergen, we think, has actually seen the checkered flag, can't get that lap going. He's done a 16.3 when we know there's pace in that car. He's right down the bottom on the last row of the grid.
So he threw the dice on an 80% lap at a 16.2 to concentrate on the second lap. He didn't make the start-finish line, and they got caught.
in championship land. McLaughlin with 2 key poles when it mattered. So have a look at the onboard here. Do we see the checkered flag up on the left-hand side here? Can't see it because of the... And we confirm the speed and the performance of him in this session. 1/10 of a second over Cam Waters. Jamie Whincup in third. James Courtney, nice work. Second row of the grid for him. Coulthard followed by Mostert, Fullwood, Percat, Di Pasquale, Macaulay Jones. Well done, Macca, in the top 10. That's a great confidence builder for a young driver. Winterbottom and then Hazelwood, Holdsworth, Reynolds, Heimgartner, Pyler, Brock, Kelly, Smith, Pither. And wait for this. On the final page, Shane Van Gisbergen, who, for whatever reason, in a miscom, somehow doesn't stitch together a lap, even though he was able to cross the control line before the checkered flag came out, is 23rd in the lineup.